Welcome everyone to the Aniemal Skills Challenge number 4, Aim Changes. I'm DDK and I'm joined today by Vansili and Gio. If you are just joining us for the first time here at the Skills Challenge, it is all about who is the best aimer, essentially, of our competitors, and this is the lay of the land. This is what will be happening through a lot of familiar faces from the female Valorant scene, so I can't wait to get into all of that. For a format explainer, here is me. Aniemal Skills Challenge is a 16-player single elimination tournament. Each match consists of a best-of-5 series where all 5 tasks will be played out. That's because each task has a cash bounty on it. Whoever wins the task takes home the money. These bounties will increase in value as we get deeper into the tournament. For the grand finals, we'll be adding an additional 2 tasks for a best-of-7 series. See, we've got a lot of lovely ladies here today to participate. Sugar, Lace, Jessie, Petra, Glance, Tiny Lady, Emily, Zaz. You know, if you're familiar with the female Valorant scene, I think a lot of these names will be familiar, and even the tactical FPS scene at large. A lot of these players have a background.
You know, you have players from CLG Red, Complexity, where events after events, it's getting even closer and closer to the skill gap between Cloud9 White and the rest. I think it's just awesome that it's going to be single elimination all the way, so you're going to have to be on point from the very beginning. And
we have some inter-regional competition, both of them representing the United States, so I think this is a pretty good matchup to start off with. Yeah, I feel like this task is the one that's calling me out the most, because this is probably the kind of task that I would find the hardest. So even right now, I'm like, how is she doing that?
Yeah, agreed.
I feel like, some tasks might really focus on the first bullet accuracy, whereas stuff like this is, if there's someone that swings an angle and you have to flick, you may not hit the first bullet of the spray, but you're still trying to kind of track and just speed match their movement.
For me, that is really a task of trying to maintain the composure and keep calm.
Yep. Prioritization, I think, is very important too, as you mentioned, Gio, because at some point where it gets overwhelming, it's okay, how do I reset?
I think Starriebun's been doing a pretty good job of that, actually, trying to hit 2 birds with 1 stone almost in that sense. And you'll be losing points when those orbs actually hit you and you miss them as well. So,
but close. Another one that was close.
Now, Aniemal was celebrating throughout the whole thing. Like, after every single task, she's like pumping the air. She knows how good she is.
I always talk about like these, younger players, prodigies in like the VCT circuit, for example, like Trent and whatnot. And I feel like Lacey's one of those.
Has also been playing, if I'm not mistaken, a bit of Chamber recently too. So obviously that being an agent where you have to be it's very mechanically intensive. So expecting good things from her. No, they're not getting very far away at all. Yeah, there's the occasional miss here and there, but for the most part, pretty good. And she's doing the same thing that Mel did, where it's the constant return back to the center. So it's a very different kind of way of going about it from what we saw with Lace.
It comes now to make sense as to why some of these dots are so small, because now you're not only focusing on tracking and shooting, but also playing to the style of the agent, where at these moments you want to be accurate.
You can be faster with this, but the control needed is more, and Lace going for a more consistent approach. It'll be really interesting to see how that actually works here. We saw Mimi's actually struggling quite a bit in the first half of this.
Fun to watch. I love the personalities of these women in the scene right now for Game Changers. So it's good that, at least for Lace, she let her skills do the talking and moves forward now.
Awesome. It looks like we're going to be jumping straight into our first matchup. Aniemal versus Petra. I love the approach in terms of just the lines that she's taking, where she's kind of flicking at a consistent speed, kind of understanding where the orb's going to be, so she knows how far to flick.
Petra's just a beast right now.
Yeah. She's gonna get over 900? Over 9,000?
She's gotten better.
Oh my god. She got 908.
Nice with the last ult too.
Like, when you're looking at how like competitive and fierce, and you really want to win, where you might be able to or you might not be able to, but more like tense up. Whereas if you're watching Annie right now, she seems pretty relaxed in the way she's playing, I'm holding my breath with Petra right now.
I'm like, do I watch what she's doing, or do I just watch her? I feel just the determination's so palpable. Oh, look at
it feels like a walk in the park.
The contrast in emotions. Like, Aniemal's so happy.
Yeah.
So Lace has an approach where she actually plays, I'm not sure if she set a zoom or set her FOV or something like that, but she actually zooms in heavily on some of these harder tasks. That's one thing that makes her a little bit different. You're having to flick greater distances because of the FOV, you're zoomed in, and the targets are also moving more quickly, so you're not doing like the micro tracking anymore. It's like you're doing like a switch track or something.
It is cool when you think about the fact that like this relatively extremely
Super
simple task can be used in different ways to actually train for those different scenarios.
Who I put on this one, they've both been really close.
Yeah.
I feel like Benita, I feel like I'm leaning toward Benita to win now.
I almost have to as well, because she's an old school homie. I can breathe. I'm nervous for her.
I feel so tense. Yeah, you're not listening to Dan.
I haven't learned anything. I mean, she's almost there. I don't think it's gonna happen now.
No.
Unlucky.
Yeah, unlucky.
How jealous are you to know that I was already friends with L4ce before she even got picked up by Complexity? I was playing pickups with these players. I was playing with Benita with L4ce.
I think it's fair to say put our favorite hopes in Aniemal to begin with, but I think right now it feels a lot more open than that.
It's such a contrast.
Oh, but she's smiling when she's missing, so it's sort of getting there. It's not at the 800 average that she's been at today.
Oh boy.
Well, as I say that.
I appreciate the mouse cam though from Mel. And so it's interesting to use that as a way to like learn more about aiming, and maybe you figure out some issues, like solves to maybe issues that you had with certain skills in aiming. So it should be a good task for Mel though, but we'll see Aniemal first up. Which I don't know if that's better or worse, if it'd be easier for Mel to not to like just play without knowing what the score that she has to
I think I'd rather not know.
It's still avoiding it. Oh my god.
Oh, God, that's
an I want to punch my monitor moment.
Yeah.
I whiffed for a solid 6.
Oh, she was so close as
man.
well. Aniemal making her way on through, and that means we're going to be going to the other side.
I'm just expecting a very close game between the two, because I mean, when it looked like it wasn't that great for Glance in the round of 16, once we got into the quarters and further on, we definitely see like a net improvement.
I guess if you nail the pattern, then it's a good look.
And there's no time wasted. After she stays for a bit, she's like, okay, well, they're not popping up. Let me just look back to the other place.
Yeah, L4ce is looking pretty safe right now at this pace.
Yeah.
Well, especially with that, spending 2 seconds on watching the left side of cave when you already had one outside the door and double doors.
Must be feeling pretty good. I mean, L4ce is in a position now where she can just chill because she knows she's already won.
Yeah, definitely.
Makes it easier, maybe. Less pressure.
I can't wait to see what the grand final is going to look like when they're both super relaxed because they know they're playing their teammates.
Yeah, she doesn't look tired at all. Looks
Maybe
fresh.
she's
ready to go.
She's probably a Radiant player in Valorant.
These edge shots are annoying.
Does she get a bit of cash? She does.
Oh,
like
she
1,000
narrowly
close.
beat her. Yeah. Wow.
So noble effort. Glance really picked it up, I think, after the first rounds. But as we can see, L4ce really doing an excellent job on those middle 3 tasks.
How are you feeling about the fact that you're going to be facing up against one of your teammates now?
So funny story, I didn't plan on making it to grand finals, so I haven't played any of the 2 extra tasks. I don't even know it's on them. So, I'm pretty nervous because Annie and I were in a Discord call last night, discussing strategies and stuff. So how are we gonna win? Let's move us into the finals and stuff. And she was always doing way better than me. So I'm just excited to play against her because she's a good human, So
That's awesome.
As it comes to this point now, we've got the grand finals left to play, and this is the run that Aniemal's made over on the left side of the bracket, and the run that her teammate has made, L4ce, on the right side of the bracket. Particularly curious, those 2 tasks, because I don't think L4ce is going to necessarily need too much practice on those.
Yeah.
So I'm super interested to see how that's going to pan out. Here we go. We're into the action now as Aniemal kicks us off. It's a tough one. It is a really tough one. I feel like Aniemal definitely has the edge, but for some reason my heart's on the right side of the bracket right now as well with Vansily.
There we go. We're back on track. She got it. She got over 500. So mission accomplished.
Yeah, moral victory.
Exactly. That's actually improvement that you bring into the next round.
Well, she's laughing. She's feeling good. Like, pressure is going to get in the way of that, but because she plays her style really well, it'll just give a really good platform
Annie's
for
kinda-
comparison.
She's kind of killing it so far.
Yeah.
Man, the spams hurt me in the end.
Ten seconds.
Oh, it needs to be 139.
She's got
She's
it,
close.
she's got it.
Oh my god. She's done it.
Oh!
Wait,
We're
what
tied
the?
to-
Wait, that's not high score. It's so good.
Look at her face. Dude, the way her eyes
what?
widen.
Nowadays.
All right, so at least Lace has been able to see the CNED. This is like during the VCTs.
And as you can see, they shoot at you, so you lose points when they hit you.
Have inside because
So-
you never have. Not too often do you have like a double drop swing, and then like they're coming from A main, so you strafe a little bit to the left, isolate the fight from A main because of the dice side. Very similar to the last time though, then right? Every time you miss a click, it's also 100 points that you lose. So you're seeing this accuracy at 50%. So
Oh, so close.
Oh my god,
3
yeah,
seconds.
she needs like 10,000. Oh,
Fuck, dude, I went
just.
for that.
She just missed it.
6,000. Off by off by
so
4,000
Aniemal
Oh,
actually.
good.
is-
Oh, good. It's close, you know.
So Aniemal's the winner. She wins the grand finals. Yeah, you're playing against Neon
Yep.
here.
Yeah.
The Overdrive.
Pretty much.
Why does this also low-key remind me of like the weeping angels from Doctor Who? that
All
get
right,
closer
let's
to you
go,
every
Lace.
time you look away?
Last task.
So a bit more preparation on the side of Aniemal, who definitely did, as you just mentioned.
Although the RNG that you see from Lace, she's having a little bit more of these targets that are on top of Shower's boxes and short A boxes. So
Okay, GG, bro. You're insane.
not as lucky on those ones, and unfortunately falling short on that one too. A 5-2. So that's
That-
25 grand
I
that she's
mean-
made just in the grand finals.
It's not bad,
Yeah.
is it? It's not bad. It's not
Wait,
bad.
it was 3,000 per task. 3 times 5 is 15.
15, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, and
I literally just told Dad, don't make me do math live on air,
and then she already had 9,000. So so she's made nearly 25 grand.
So you're mentioning how much you were hoping to play against Lace, a young prodigy, and you had a couple of tasks that really went down to the wire.
Oh yeah, a lot of the tasks are really close for sure. But I think the ones that I'm weak on and the ones that Lace is strong on is like a good indicator of how well we work together. You know, we're always
sure.
picking up on each other's weaknesses and helping each other grow and become stronger and whatnot. So
That's awesome.
yeah.